So first, I guess I'll start with this one. I watched Godzilla and
Godzilla.
yeah, Godzilla Minus One. Finally got a chance to see it, so that's definitely really cool. Uh, I'm gonna say that movie was a masterpiece.
Wow.
Yeah, I can't wait for you to pick it apart and hate it and shoot me off the top of my tree. But as soon as it comes out, yeah, we will watch it because I'm curious about your. I'm definitely curious about your opinion. But let me see. Basically, it follows. All right, now, do you care about spoilers?
No, no, I'm the same way.
Okay, so it basically follows a character, one dude. Now he was a kamikaze pilot that did not go through with it. He returns back from the mission saying that his plane was faulty. So he's kind of viewed as a coward. You know,
Yeah,
shortly after
especially in
this, like,
Japanese society. Yeah.
yeah. So, like, basically after 45, this Godzilla creature just kind of attacks the city every year on the day, or like almost like they treat Godzilla like a storm, like a
Wow.
hurricane that comes once a year and they have to
Yeah.
fucking deal with it. Some like, and they got nothing, right? So like they start them off as like almost like just a big dinosaur type creature.
Mhm.
But then, like, when the atomic tests start happening over the ocean and stuff like that, they must have, like, given him like crazy radiation and made him bigger, more powerful. So like throughout the series, he gets bigger, he gets crazier, and in following this main character, it's him basically growing his balls, and like going from like coward to hero.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
And they did it beautifully, man. They did it absolutely beautifully. So I'm gonna start with cinematography. I am gonna give this a A. Okay, I like the way they made Godzilla look. There's a lot of really cool set pieces that are filmed really well. I thought the special effects were good. This even the scenes that had no special effects, I thought were framed really nice. Uh, Good TLC in it, good color. Definitely, I'm going to give this an A. Um, I don't know. It's just it just really 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 hit the spot. You know.
Nice.
Let me see sound design. I can't say I remember the score too much. I'm going to go with like a B. In the score. Uh,
Mhm.
the Godzilla noises were cool. Like the sound effects and stuff like that were pretty spot on. So I think a B. I don't know. Maybe I'll change on that down the line when I see it again. But it was decent enough. Nothing that took me out. They didn't bust out in Spice Girls in the middle of the fucking thing. So that's definitely a plus. Um, Let me see what else is next. Acting, dialogue, plot. Uh, again, this is an A all the way. There's like really cool themes going on in here, and I don't know. This is kind of like I don't know where you're gonna be at with this, Chuck, because you get plenty of Godzilla. It's not like they're following this dude for the whole movie and
Mhm.
Godzilla never shows up.
Yeah.
Like we get probably maybe 3, 4, maybe even 5 scenes with Godzilla rampaging,
Nice.
you know? But when they follow this dude and his dialogue and like his journey, I thought the lines were cool. There was maybe like one scene that was a little weird to me, but even like thinking about it, like this dude is just traumatized, especially when you're dealing with Godzilla rampaging through the city. It's cool outside looking in, but obviously it's, it's got the Schmine Schmeleven, effect where it's rubble everywhere and people, things, the
Yeah.
aftermath, right? So you see the country suffering, like economically, because they got to keep doing this. They got to keep trying to kill it, and, all this stuff. So yeah, that one again, I give that one a solid A, and then likability, I am gonna give this an A, which yeah, this is definitely going to be one of my highest scored movies ever. Um,
Wow.
so let me see. Yeah, let me see where we're at here. 9.5, 8.5, 9.5, 9.5. Okay. And that's like an A minus around there total. So I definitely recommend it. Um, do you like any I think we talked about this. You're not really a fan of the Godzilla movies in general,
No,
are
not
you?
really. I like
Yeah, same.
Godzilla, the concept, the same way I like King Kong, but
Yeah.
other
At
than
least the first.
seeing the originals here and there back in the day, I guess
Yeah.
they were okay, but
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
not totally the biggest fan of the Godzillas, especially all those remakes that killed both those franchises to me.
Well, they didn't kill him, unfortunately. I mean, and maybe fortunately, because there are people that like him, but I think this movie blows those out of the water, no problem.
Yeah,
And in
it looks like
fact,
a totally different take on it. Yeah.
totally different take. They got his like it's like they got Godzilla right. It's just I don't know. It's difficult to say because all right, so there was the Matthew Broderick one, which I'm in the minority. I like that movie, but I know it's not a good movie.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? But I was like, I
Yeah.
still had fun with it. Nothing I rewatched though.
Right.
Um, let me see what else. What else we got there? That there was that Bryan Cranston one that came out, I think in 2016. I don't know which one. You know which one I'm talking about?
Yeah,
That one was a boring as fuck. I don't know if you remember that one.
I do because we watched the trailer for those two, I think.
Oh, yeah, the other oh my god, those are boring. And then they decided to keep that alive with the Kong Skull Island, which I also didn't care for. Saw it once
Mhm.
and forgot it.
I hated that. Yep.
Uh, then there was King of Monsters, Godzilla, another piece of shit I totally forgot about. Yeah, yeah. So basically, spoiler alert, all of them they're just average. They have like decent fight scenes. The movies are way too long, and no one cares about the beast story, like the human element. Really,
Yeah. Yeah,
it's
I'll say that for
uninteresting.
all the ones you just mentioned, I'll say that's how they all landed for me.
Yeah, yeah. I didn't give a shit about any of the people there. And this is like the first movie where I actually did.
Yeah, and that last Kong movie was really bad, where he's like communicating through sign language through like the little Asian girl, whatever it was.
Yeah, totally, totally. All right, hold on one second. Play. We're back on. Yeah. So yeah, I forgot where we were. Basically, all the characters sucked in the Americanized Western movies,
Yeah.
and this one happened to get it right. And listen, I don't let Japan off the hook because they did a majority of these fucking movies, and I never cared about what else was going on. Even when they had like robots and stuff, and they were trying to do like really other wacky stuff, I could not care less.
Yeah,
So
yeah. Me
this
too.
isn't like a strictly American thing. Yeah. So again, I'll definitely. It's like they finally nailed. They made a perfect Godzilla movie or near perfect Godzilla movie. So I can't recommend this enough. And yeah, it was great in the theater too. If you want to see it in the theater, it's still there. Um, yeah, I think you're in for. I think you're definitely gonna enjoy it. Uh, what else we got on the list here? Yeah, any final thoughts or questions? Anything?
No, just like you said, I didn't even really like those original Godzilla movies. I like Godzilla the same
Yeah.
way I like, Swamp Thing or fucking Frankenstein. It's just Godzilla. Like Godzilla himself is cool. Like, yeah, he's wreaking havoc on the town. What town is it?
Right.
It doesn't matter. you
Yeah,
know?
yeah,
So
that town.
Godzilla's cool.
Right.
Because even those movies like Godzilla versus Mothma or those like cheesy 60s, 70s ones, those are
Yeah.
horrible. Those are
Yeah.
horrible fucking movies. But every time Godzilla's on the screen, you're like, all right, I'll watch this fucking Godzilla fight the giant moth or whatever it is.
And
Like
and
that
if
stuff
you're
is
really
always funny.
honest with yourself, it's silly.
Oh yeah, like stupid silly.